Good evening, everyone. Welcome to BNR.
What happened?
You went live at the wrong time.
Here we
You
go.
went live at the wrong time.
Eh?
No, you went live at the wrong time.
Foremost, you turn the volume down on that trailer, you know.
We did.
Yeah, that trailer is
Honestly,
too low. Too
it's
loud.
so loud, man. I gotta turn it down every time it comes
Who
on.
made that video? Sack him, man. Bloody amateur.
Trailer to be fair, but it's bloody loud, man.
Amateur video, man. Come on. Let's start using
everyone in the house knows that BNR's live.
thumbnails, bro.
In it, man. Tell him, man. Tell him.
That's the way.
No, don't do
It's like the one show or something, isn't it?
Someone else. Listen, can I give someone a shout out, please, guys? It's very important that I give my very own, my brother, my Luton gangster. Everyone knows you two especially know it's big up. He was sending me pictures. I think he went with the grandkids to the boxing, and I think it must have been the first trip with the Nana or Grandpa.
With the Nana.
Grandpa, but it was really nice pictures, and I hope they had a great day. So big up Itza, by the way. Carry on.
Big up his TikTok page as well, man. He's the peace hiker.
Oh yeah, he's
Sunday. He goes and hikes, and he sends some of these like
he's in Dublin. He's in Ireland or something.
Yeah, some of these places that every Sunday he sends pictures of. I didn't think that England was so beautiful, but he gets about, man. So big up. I think he's got a proper TikTok page, Peace Hiker on TikTok and Facebook. So head over and show him some support and love.
You'll be climbing Mount Everest soon enough. No doubt about it. No doubt about
Liverpool like climbing Mount Everest at the moment.
Right, guys, Avi, I'll come to you first, man.
Jay.
It's not by me asking how you. Actually, no, I'm gonna come to Ben first. Forget you. I spoke to you yesterday. Ben, what's going on, man? What's latest? How are you feeling?
Amazing, mate. Amazing. We haven't had to watch the Reds.
Ben, what date is it today?
It is the 17th of November.
Are we officially in the middle of November?
We are officially in the middle of November.
That's when our season kickstarts it, mate. That's it. We're coming for the league. We're coming for the league, Ben. We're coming for the league.
Well, I've just looked at the comments there, and clearly not a lot's changed in the last 4 days.
Well, we haven't played any games. We haven't played any games, man.
The channel is still full of the ultimate doom merchants. We're what's called. We are on a trail to doom. But yeah, I'm good, mate. Yeah, we haven't had to watch the Reds lose for a week or two, so I'm mega positive. But the countdown is on now. 5 days to go before, as Abby says, our season kickstarts into life, and we win 5 out of 5. And the world is good, and the world is happy, and we're back in business. But apart from that, mate, yeah, I've had a week off last week, doing all sorts of stuff, jobs and bits and bobs to sort out. So it flew by quite quickly. But yeah, looking forward to countdown now to watching the Reds again. It's nice to be back with everyone as well, isn't it?
Yeah, Ben, did you get a chance to watch much of the international games or anything like that over the last few days?
I saw a few highlights. Just literally seen in the last half an hour, because you can't get away with it. The BNR Ultras are on it all day, every day, and they've dropped all of the clips in of Verta's assists in his game tonight against Slovakia. 2 really nice, tardy assists, to be honest. Still had a few people say, I don't give a monkeys what he does for Germany. It's all about what he does for Liverpool, which is completely correct. But it's nice to see our guys doing well on internationals. I saw Ekitike's goal, his little 1-2 with Mbappe. That was a nice finish. Gakpo got a few assists. Szoboszlai, he went from agony to ecstasy, didn't he, for Hungary, with him absolutely loving the first victory, and then him and Kerkez getting the what's called the proverbial slap in the face, losing 3-2 to Ireland. So that'll be a bit of a pick-me-up required for them. But yeah, I try not to watch England, if I'm being perfectly honest. Yeah. It's not my cup of tea, especially with no Reds involved anyway. So it's one of them, really. I just catch little bits and bobs, but it's all about the Reds for me.
Do you know, Shuti, I don't really care what. Honestly, I'm not trying to be bad or nothing. I'm not trying to do this for clicks or views or nothing. I don't care what these international players do. Shakpo today, he got a goal and assist. Doesn't matter. What you do for my club matters most. Don't care what he's doing against Slovakia's or Czechoslovakia's or Czech Republics. I don't care.
Yeah.
Well, you'd like to think it'd be a confidence booster.
Oh,
but I think he scored 3 on the last international break, and it didn't do nothing for us. So it's sort of irrelevant, isn't it?
We've been here before with international. What you do, that is no reflection to what you do for the club. I'm concentrating on what we do on Saturday against Nottingham Forest at home. That's where Florian Wirtz now. 1 minute, I'm talking.
It is a fitness thing, though.
That's where Florian Wirtz has to come alive now. Florian Wirtz has to come alive on Saturday, Gene. Florian Wirtz, Milos Kerkez, and I don't care for these tears either from Zaboslai. Like a little bitch that he's been crying, oh, we didn't qualify for the World Cup. Well, you know what? Grow a set of pace and do what you've got to do for your club and go again with Hungary next World Cup. Euro campaign. Do what you've got to do for your club. No, I don't care.
Shut up.
I don't care for the tears. Oh, if I feel sorry for this, I've seen so many pictures. Like, grow up here. Grow up here. It's a man's world. Start growing up, yeah? We'll see.
Grow up there.
I want to see my club.
I'll be the motivator.
I want to see my club. I want to see my club over country on Saturday, Gene. That's it.
One absolute.
So start carrying on with your little.
This guy's an idiot. Coming from the man.
Gakpo's doing that. I don't care what they do for the countries.
Surely, though, if he's going to go to a World Cup. Surely, if he's going to a World Cup, it's going to inspire him to a great season.
Ben, this is coming from a man who, when we lose, who can't fucking put his face on the camera because we lost. I can't fucking come on the camera. And you telling
I've been turning up.
One of the best midfielders in the world. To grow up there.
I've been turning up every weekend. I've been turning up every weekend. We've lost a game, all right?
Give over.
Honestly, the amount of pictures and images I've seen of Szoboszlai, with the fans doing this and with tears, and then someone's interviewing him. I think it was a female interview in Hungarian, telling him, "Oh, you've been a great leader, this and that." Well, if he was a great leader, he would have led your country to the World Cup, but he hasn't. So get back to Liverpool and start focusing on the needs must, which is climbing up that league table and winning us the European Cup. He's got a European Cup of his own in Hungary, in Budapest in May. Let's see if he's got the balls and if he can carry us to the final.
What? Where?
Heavy that.
What has this got?
He's gone. I didn't do that. I didn't do that, by the way. I didn't do that.
What was this?
Sure, it wasn't me.
Why? Well, this is the problem. The reason why he has gone doing this is because he has never ever been a Dominic Szoboszlai fan. This is low-key hate.
I'm sick and tired.
Let him finish. You spoke for 10 minutes.
I'm sick and tired of international football, first and foremost. We've had two
that is a legitimate
images of Szoboszlai crying.
Yeah,
I mean, fucking do one. I don't need to see the tears. I think it's cringy and it's fucking cheesy. Like, fuck off. Get back to Kirby, right? Get back to training and just focus on the club's needs must. That's it. I don't care what they do for the country. Spare me the tears, Asim. Spare me the tears. I've got nothing against the boss. Yeah, exactly.
Maybe if they had two other better players like the quality of Szoboszlai or half as good, then they might have a chance. But even the staunch Hungarian fans will say this team and squad is simply not good enough. And there's no other. I think.
Spare me the images. I don't need to see those images on my timeline. And
why have you gone to Szoboszlai?
He carried these countries, carried this. I hate the tears. Honestly, man, grow up.
It is the pinnacle of his career at present, though, isn't it? To be fair, he's the captain of his country, and it's like it's the first World Cup I think he will have been a part of, and for it to be snatched away at the last hour, it's gotta have some sort of impact on you, isn't it? So I feel sorry for him a little bit.
But you know what? I'm happy for the Irish people.
Oh, why? They've deserved some luck. They've deserved a bit.
They deserve some luck. And you know what?
Kelleher gets to go.
The Irish have always backed Palestine. Wherever you go in Ireland, it's free Palestine. They know what justice is. And when you do that as a country, that's what happens. God gives it to you.
No,
so big up to the Irish.
I'm so happy. They still got to get through.
They'll be fine. They'll be fine. So you know what? I'm very happy. If anyone deserves it, it's the Irish.
You always need Ireland in a World Cup too. They bring the fans, they bring that spirit, and you get behind him as well. So yeah, big up the Irish. Not for obviously the Palestine stuff that they've done, which is incredible, and their support has been there from day one. But also with I've always liked the Irish contingent from 98 World Cup, 94, 2002 Roy Keane and McCarthy saga. So yeah, carry on, Sheen. Sorry.
Anyway, let's carry on. Look, guys, I think I think what we want to talk about today is links.
No, let's talk. No. I tell you what we talk about tonight.
Are you the host?
Who's hosting here?
It's brilliant.
Are you the host? No,
it's Chip and
this is what I
Chin.
mean.
It's
He's
Chip
gone
and
now.
Chin. No, he's not gone. It's Chip and Chin.
No.
You know what we're talking about today?
This is
Ben,
your behavior.
Let's talk about.
This is out of order.
Let's talk about Ibu.
Look,
Konate.
even Ben's not interested in you.
Ben, let's talk about Ibu Konate.
I don't even know who's hosting.
Yeah, you
Exactly.
keep starting. Don't worry. Let's talk about Ibu Konate. Ben,
Why do you do this?
no.
Why do you
don't
do
worry,
this?
Tina-
If
Tina
you want to
doesn't-
host,
You've upset Gene now. Look what you've done.
He had a
You've
phone
been
call.
waiting for.
He just said.
and
He just
ah,
texted. He just
if you
texted. Oh, Yara, he just texted me saying,
no,
"Can you
no.
take
If
your
you
phone
want,
call?"
if you want to host, grow up, stop like acting like an idiot. Let's have some proper flow to the
He's
show.
texted me. Yara,
Go
look, he
football.
texted me saying,
He's not
"Can you
text you. He's chatting rubbish.
Just a minute. No, check channels.
There we are. See what I mean?
Ibu Konate.
No. He's hosting the show. If you want to come in, you come in like proper. You don't say, Gine, I can't host tonight.
It's
And then
Chip
you
and
try to
Chin.
come in
It's Chip
and you
and Chin.
interrupt.
It's
He's
Chip and
trying to host the show for the
It's
11
Chip and
minutes.
Chin.
And you
It's
not
Chip
even
and
let him
It's
ask
Chip and
one
Chin. It's Chip
question.
and Chin tonight. It doesn't matter who hosts. Obviously, he
No,
hasn't got any
Friday
questions
night.
lined up. He hasn't got any questions lined up. Go on, then talk, Chin.
He's on mute now. Look, you've proper
I
stressed him out now.
I prepped for this show, bro, so I don't know what you're on about me.
Go on. Okay, prep the car. The car.
Right. Let's start with
Now-
Antoine Semenyo and the news that filtered through from David Ornstein. Uttara Galkar. I did some
We
reading
covered
and
Semenyo
prepping.
yesterday. We covered Semenyo
Well,
yesterday.
it is-
Let's get Ben's view then.
I'm going to see this now, Ben. I'll come to you because this guy's talking shit today. Yeah, Ben. Obviously, I don't know if you caught the news regarding David Ornstein speaking about Antoine Semenyo and his £65 million release clause that comes to effect in January, and it reduces come the summer. A lot of talk about Semenyo and other clubs being interested in him. We've seen that United and I think a couple of others were interested in him. Asked the question in the summer, but £65 million for Antoine Semenyo. Two questions to you, Ben. Do Liverpool make a move for him in Jan? And is he worth £65 million?
Yes and yes is my quite straightforward, simple answer. But I will expand on that and say, if I'm being honest, I'm not 100% convinced on him myself. I think his sample size is there or thereabouts, and I think he ticks a lot of boxes in that. Obviously, the Bournemouth link with Hughes, the potential link up with Kirkes, that chemistry is there for everyone to see. He gives us obvious pace that we haven't got. He's a different profile to Gakpo, which we haven't got. He's a closer profile, you would say, to Diaz, which we haven't got. So he can play on the right to cover Salah, which we haven't got. So there's a lot of boxes ticked. My only thought is he got elite potential? But then I remember saying that about Mane. I remember saying that about Wijnaldum. I remember saying that about Robertson, because you just don't know at the time and you're just not completely convinced. But I think, if Liverpool are serious about him and they're already in conversations about him, then I'd say go for it. And I think if you're giving me the choice at this point in time as to whether we can only get Semenyo or Gueye, then possibly controversial, I would stick with Konate and go and get Semenyo, because I think he'll make a massive difference. Stick with Konate. If I have to make a choice, yeah. If we can only get one, I like to think we can get both, but I think Semenyo would make a big difference.
I'm sorry, Ben, but you've lost me there. You've lost the plot. If you want Gueye, if you want Semenyo over Gueye, and that's the only choice that we've got. Konate hasn't signed a new contract. He's put in bog performances. He's been shit, basically. Let's put it that way. So all this build up from the back since July. I've been saying it. You can't build up with a Konate type player. You just cannot.
But my thought process behind
opposition teams, Ben. Opposition teams are giving him the freedom.
Yes, I agree.
Are purposefully giving him the ball to say, do what you want, express yourself. He's not a Joel Matip. He can't break between the lines. He's not a Joe Gomez on the ball. He's certainly not a Van Dijk.
No,
He is
I
our
couldn't
weak
agree with
link
you
right
more.
now at the back.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. My problem is not Konate being good enough. I really, I'm happy to wash my hands with him at the end of the season. But I think that the directors will think they can get Gueye on a free in the summer, and Semenyo's there to be able to be taken on a release clause in the first 2 weeks of January for 65. Then it's something that they would rather take the opportunity, because there might be more suitors come the summer if they didn't do that. And we don't know what the clause is around that release, whether or not it's for certain clubs or whether it's for Champions League clubs or whatever. But, and again, I don't want to be the doom merchant, but if for whatever reason we don't make Champions League this year, then all of a sudden somebody like Semenyo might be off the table. I don't know, but I'm just surmising. I'm just thinking in the here and the now. I think having somebody on as a left winger option that maybe gives us a lot more balance and a lot more structure is more important, I think, than getting another centre back in, when I'm still convinced that even though I think Gueye's a really good player, I don't know whether he fits into the system any better than what Konate is at the moment. That's just my opinion.
Asim, you mentioned
Let we go.
He's a far better footballer than Ibu Konate for starters, Ben.
He is, yeah, he is. But he's never played on the right, and he's never played in a back four, and he's never played on the halfway line, which is the three things that we do.
He's not played in a back four because of the system that Olivier Glasner has put in. But for England, he's done a good job under Southgate. He wasn't in a five.
Well, with three at the back.
With Tuchel now, he's in a three. Not under Southgate, he wasn't.
Yeah, there's still a three at the back.
I think I think we're underrating Mark Gahey and his ability
possibly
to play in a two. He can definitely play in a two alongside of Virgil van Dijk.
We can't definitely play because there's no sample size of it. There's no sample of it. There's no what's called. And I'm still 100% convinced that if Liverpool really, really, really wanted Gueye, then they would have paid the money.
No, we messed that up. We messed that up, Ben. In the 11th hour,
which makes me think that they didn't really want him that much. He was just an opportunistic guy.
But they had admitted the deal had been agreed. It was Glasner who pulled the plug.
Yeah, but they could have got him if they'd have paid more earlier on.
But you don't pull the plug on a £54 million deal. You just don't. If you're going for the player, you're spending big money. It's not as if we're getting Gahey on a free and we were unsure of him. Do
you not think if we really wanted him, we would have got him earlier on in the summer?
No, because we were bargaining with Palace. As the weeks went on, as the days goes on, as the hours went on, we'd agreed a deal. He was set for a medical in London. And then Glasner said, if he goes, then I'm not sure if I want to continue the season with Palace.
Ben's trying to say, one second. What Ben's trying to say is if De Gea was such an unbelievable footballer at centre-back and we really needed a centre-back and we were wanting him, we would have got this deal done.
We were biding our time. We've done it before.
One second.
How many times have we done that?
Done a lot quicker and a lot sooner. Yes, we were probably bargaining. I can accept that. We probably did, play a penny pinch with him. But we're only penny pinching with him because we might not rate him as highly because we won't penny pinching when it concerns Florian Wirtz. We won't penny pinching when it concerns Alexander Isak. We were only penny pinching against him. Why? Because we might not. Look, I'm not saying I don't rate him. I do. But I'm just saying there's a reason why we let it go to the last day. I believe that there's a reason because we probably did try to bargain as much as we can, and if there's a player you really, really want, you go and spend the money early and you go and bring him in. Especially
we let Isak go on the last day.
Yeah, but Asim, look at that deal though. With the process of that deal, it was that whole deal was a 2-month process. Mark Gahey,
I'm sure Gahey knew. I'm sure Gahey's advisors knew. I'm sure Mark Gahey's advisors knew that Liverpool were in for him.
£50 million, was it? With the Mark Gahey, the fee wasn't ever going to be 55 million quid, was it? We knew what the sort of fee was going to be. Do you understand? Whereas Alexander Isak, the fee, the player to go through all of that, there was a whole process with that.
I think Crystal Palace told Liverpool really early on that, look, we knew he's not going to sign a new contract. Palace knew that. Liverpool knew that. I genuinely believe they wanted him to play in the Community Shield.
Still left you 2.5 weeks, I think.
Yeah. But then
if that was just the case,
what's the Community Shield got to do with anything?
It would have still been agreed.
It's not a meaningful bloody cup, is it?
But Sheen's saying Mark Gahey was left to the last day. My point is that one of the reasons why it went down to the wire is, even though it was only 2.5 weeks, you were saying, look, we should have got him done in the early part of the summer. I believe Palace really wanted that Europa Conference qualification.
Yeah, you're going to say you could add that to it as well.
Yeah, that was a big factor.
Okay,
But we could have
that
done it the day after.
Yeah, so that is one of the reasons why it went late, even though we still had 2 weeks. But we had that guy, what's his name, Parish, come on live TV and say, I basically want to sell him. But what also changed the goalposts in regards to their stance maybe a little is when they got the Eze money from Arsenal, is, you know, it fell a bit better with 50-60 million pound in your bank account and bargaining for Gehi. And they obviously had a last minute change where he decided to do one to the gym and then came back and Liverpool was stranded.
Okay,
Are
look,
we-
What I would say is, I still blame Liverpool for the
yeah,
the deal.
of course.
Are we
I'm not
all,
trying to defend Liverpool here, by the way.
can we all agree that Gehi will be a Liverpool player?
Yes.
Ben?
I'm not sure, 100%.
Ooh.
Gene?
I think we get him.
Ben, do you think we're still interested?
I think we're interested, yeah, but I don't think he's like an elite target, if that makes sense. I honestly think he's an opportunistic signing, not like one at the top of their list, because I just feel as though there's so many facets to his game that doesn't fit our shape and system. Without a shadow of a doubt, he's a better footballer than Konate. But I think we're all better footballers than Konate this season. And Konate, from my perspective, it's his consistency that's the problem. You can have an 8, 9 out of 10 out of him, and he looks a worldie, and then you can have a 4 out of 10, and he looks like somebody's who never played football before. What's Konate? 6.5, 7 out of 10. I don't know what it looks like. And that's where I'm sort of losing me rag with them, because I just think you can't keep backing this player when you can't have that consistency. And he goes and plays out of his skin against Real Madrid, cynical as that may be. And then he throws in the performance he does in the next game against City. And it's just like, yeah, I don't know where this head's at. I think he probably will go this summer on a free. I don't know. He might just completely surprise us and sign a new deal. All of this chat coming out from his agents, I just think, shut up and get on with your game and perform to the level. But I also think, as much as I'm saying that Gueye is an opportunistic signing, I also think that if Liverpool really, really, really wanted Konate and he was their future, they pay him what he wants. So that's the other thing as well. I've just got a feeling that it's one of them with Gueye. They probably will get him. They might get him because of the situation, maybe because there's not anyone else on the market elite that they really want. But I just don't know whether or not he's the long-term solution. I just think he's another really good player. But I do think Semenyo definitely looks like somebody who is a lot higher up the list.
I think Liverpool would be stupid not to buy Gehi now, Gene. Honestly.
Especially with the Leone injury as well.
But for January, Asim, for January.
And even if it's January, for 15-20 million pounds, we get a defender who can play across the line. We talk about the versatility. We talk about the versatility of Semenyo. He's just as versatile as Semenyo in defense. Tell me a position that Gehi cannot play. And I disagree with Ben. I think, yes, I understand what he's saying, that he plays in a back five, extra protection with 2 in front, 2 wing backs on the outside as well, 100%. But the natural traits are there playing on the halfway line. And we've seen lesser defenders look better, playing alongside Van Dijk, even though it's not the Van Dijk of previous years. You've still got that, natural aura and presence alongside him. And I think, again, if they don't get him, especially where the league is going, extra physicality. Yes, he's not the best in the aerial duels, but he's not the worst. But what we've been talking about, everyone single Liverpool fan that have been talking about, is we can't construct attacks. And whether he plays at left back, whether he plays at right back, whether he plays at right centre back or left centre back, he will give us the ability to put a ball into midfield and connect with his players in short spaces. And he's got a long ping on him as well. And again, someone like Huijsen, we were saying, look, he can play right-sided, he can play the Van Dijk role, he can play the Matip role. Gehi, in a way, can play every single role. He's more versatile than Huijsen. Obviously, different profiles. But I think, especially when you look at Arsenal and how strong they are, We don't want to go down there because I think it's probably a bit too extreme. But I think Liverpool's balance isn't right. We need to add technical security, more physicality, and he's a dueler. If you want someone like Kirkes, if he plays in the back four and he's playing on the left side of defense, in front of Van Dijk, and he's got Kirkes to go, and we all are saying Kirkes looks better, just like how he was in Bournemouth, and you let him go, then you need your left back to come, just like Konate did for years over Trent. And that's what he does so well. When Mitchell is playing at Crystal Palace, he's got the license to bomb on, is because he's got Guehi, because he's not just a central defender. He's so comfortable. And when you play that third centre-back role on and off the ball, you're practically a left-back. And this is why I want him at left-back on the away days. When you're struggling for control, you want a bit of extra physicality, and you want to engineer a bit more controlling games. I think it's a perfect balance where you don't want your two full-backs, because these full-backs don't get involved in the first phase of play. But away from home, you can have either Bradley going up and down, give him the license. We've got Konate, Van Dijk, and Guehi to provide the foundation. For me, that ticks every box.
But as a World Cup year, would Guehi want to be placed at left back for Liverpool?
Avi, sometimes you come into a club like Liverpool and you don't play in your favourite position.
I think he would come in, but he'd want assurances that he's going in centre back at the heart of defence alongside of Virgil van Dijk. And listen, at the moment, Asim, I hear what you're saying.
Liverpool don't give assurances like that.
I hear what you're saying about stability and him showing up on the left-hand side, which give license for Bradley to roam. But listen, Konate is badly out of form. As much as we want to slate McAllister, Ibu's not pulling up any trumps either.
No, I'm happy for him to start ahead of Konate, because Konate can't stay fit. Last season was good, but his form, forget about his fitness. Fitness probably not right this season, but his form has been shite, just like everyone else. So I'm happy for him to come, and especially at Anfield, when you got a bit more control, you can sit on the halfway line, and you've got Guehi and Van Dijk, passing into constructing attacks. So you've got proper footballers who start the attack. I'm happy to see that. While also say that sometimes when you need to give Van Dijk a rest, he plays for Van Dijk as well. But I don't, just to counter your point about Liverpool and assurances. I don't think Liverpool give any assurances when they have a plan. But at the end of the day, he sees the situation himself. He's not a kid. He sees Van Dijk probably got a year or two left. Konate with the cloud of Real Madrid and his contract talks. If he really wants to move and he's good enough and he believes he is, come and prove your quality and make sure you're a mainstay in the team. That's how it should be.
Yeah.
Avi, I'm gonna look with. I think I was gonna actually speak about Guehi afterwards, but obviously now that we are onto that subject, do you think Liverpool signed Guehi in January?
Yes.
In January.
I don't think
half an hour ago.
I don't think it'll be 20 million. I think it'll be between 25 to 30 million. Crystal Palace will be very firm. Crystal Palace will be very firm on their price. 30
million for him in January for Legia.
How much was the deal agreed?
5 months. We will get 5 months. Why are we going to pay £30 million for a player that's going to be free in 6 months?
What was the deal? What was the deal in the summer? I forgot.
35, was it?
35.
So 25. So shave off 10 million.
It was 30 plus 5 from what I remember.
Shave off 10 million then.
I think so.
So say 25. I think you
said also agree.
Mark Guehi will be a Liverpool player in January. There you go.
There's your bomber. There's your clip.
Is Palace in Europa or the conference?
Conference.
I think it's conference.
Hardy. Right.
No. They won the FA Cup, didn't they?
Yeah. Oh,
They're
yeah.
in the Europa League. They're in the Europa League.
Wasn't there like a dispute about whether they were eligible for the Europa?
Oh, yeah. Ben's right. They didn't get into Europa.
Oh, they won.
Yeah, there was a big kickoff, wasn't it? The reason I say it is I'm just wondering, does Guehi leave in January if he's got a chance of leading Palace to another trophy?
He's got the chance of playing in a European Cup final with Liverpool.
to win a Champions League.
He has, yeah. He has.
Come on, Ben. Let's
But-
behave us. Let's behave ourselves a little bit, Ben. Come on, man.
No, I'm as I say, though,
Yeah,
I'm just,
Europa Conference League. Look where Champions League is, and you're debating whether he's going to be thinking about a decision like that. Come on, Ben. And plus, we're still going to be in the mix for the league as well. I'm sure Gay's going to push himself if he hasn't already reiterated his stance to his advisor.
I totally agree with Asim there about the versatility. He can definitely come in and do a job at right back, left back, centre half. I just don't know, as I say, what his long-term position would be, but maybe he doesn't need a long-term position. As you say, you just fight for your place and you just find it naturally and back yourself to be able to achieve. And maybe it's a good thing for us, and just having players like City and Arsenal who maybe don't have a natural position. They're just elite squad fillers in terms of there'll always be a place for them. They can always find a role somewhere, but you don't naturally see it straight off the bat. But yeah, let's wait and see. Let's wait. Me, I say, my only thought is that, as I say, he's not normally played on the right, and he's normally played in a back three. So, but he's a good footballer. So let's see if he can adjust or not. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see what happens in January.
Do we all agree that? Well, do you three agree that Liverpool signed Gay in January then?
100%.
Asim?
In January, Mark Gahey, yes.
Ben?
I think Liverpool.
Not sure. Not sure. I hope so. As I say, hope so. Better play, more players, the better. But I just don't know.
But what do you? Okay. Can I ask Ben a question?
Ben, can I ask the question here? Look,
Raman, can I ask? Fucking answer. When I ask you to fucking answer.
Ben,
Can I ask? Can I do this? Shut the fuck up for once, man. Fuck's sake. People must be fucking laughing at you in the chat thinking, does this guy ever shut up? Can I ask, man? Can I
just so excited that the four of us are back on screen together.
I'm excited as well, Ben. I'm happy. For one I've in my life, I'm hosting, yard. Asim, what you do not school?
मुझसे learn कर गए.
Oi! Yeah, come on, man.
This guy gets too excited, man. I wanted to ask Ben a question. If he doesn't think we sign Gahey in January, do you think we sign a centre back in January?
You have to ask Gene to ask me.
Pass it on, please.
No, I don't, because I don't see anybody on the market that we've been linked with at all that would be that would do a job. So it's Gay or nobody for me. But I just think if you actually play it out, you look at it, they're basically saying that if we go and sign Gueye in January, then they're saying Konate's done. So is Konate just going to sit on the bench for 6 months? I just think I'm trying to do it, the maths in my head from the nerd's perspective as to where everyone plays and how they fit into the system. Obviously, the big gap is Leone we've lost now, but they can't both play. So will Gueye come? And then what about if Konate just suddenly decides to get his finger out? Then does he say, right, well, Gueye, you can't play? Does he risk his place in the World Cup? Because the Touche will drop you from the World Cup if you're not playing. He's done that with Lewis Skelly, who was absolutely brilliant last season. And he said to him, if you don't play more, mate, you're not going to World Cup. So I don't see why it wouldn't be the same with Gueye. So I just think, where does he get his game time? If he does get, he's either replacing Konate and then the writing Konate off. So I don't see how it works.
What I will say is their centre backs are shite. England centre backs are shite. Even like Harry Maguire.
Yeah, there is that as a point. Yeah,
that they would play. So I think Gay's.
I'm playing devil's advocate a little bit. I'm just thinking how it plays out.
Yeah, Gay in that centre back for England is locked in. He will start for. He is their centre. He is their starting centre back.
Stones, isn't it?
Yeah,
the thing is, this is the interesting one for me though. Is that if everybody's at their peak and the Champions League final. You're picking Konate over Gueye, aren't you?
No, you're not. You're picking Gay.
At the best.
At the best.
Shut the
really?
fuck up. Gay over Konate at the peak. Not at the peak. So if Konate is at his best,
I'm gonna
pick it.
I'll come in when you're ready. Thus, ball, bache, ball.
I'm speaking. Konate at his best wipes the floor with Gay, with respect to Gay.
Konate's peak best
right centre off. High line.
Konate's peak Liverpool best is long gone. He will not recapture that form. He will not give you a consistent amount of games now. It's going to be play 2 nice games, and a bad game and a stinker, just like he's been doing all season.
Yeah, no, I agree. I totally agree. I'm just saying.
Konate, let me tell you, Ibu Konate, he's gone. He's gone. He's out the door. He's out of the door. 17th of November, there's a stalemate. It's a deadlock. Liverpool are not going to bow down. Liverpool are not bowing down to his terms. Liverpool are not bowing down to his terms, and he's not going to sign a new contract. He's gone. Guys, consider it done.
What is that got to do with the question?
Gehi gets ahead of Konate all day long, in my opinion. Yeah, the mark okay, that's it.
Sure about that.
It is. Because I've seen Konate playing Champions League finals and was probably man of the match in that game. So
we lost that game as well. We lost that Champions League final.
Yeah.
We lost that Champions League final. We lost that Champions League final.
That wasn't him.
We lost that Champions League final. Just like he lost the World Cup final as well when he came on as well.
Who?
Konate, he played in that World Cup final when he came on. He lost that too.
Gueye hasn't lost any Champions League finals because he's never played in it.
He's a Premier League winner. Galkar. Go on, Galkar. Premier League winner.
Let Gehi play at the top level like he will be doing. Let Gehi play. Let Mark Gehi
Premier League winner, bro.
Let Mark Gehi play for a top team like he's going to do. Like he's going to do. And you're going to see it.
I'm saying that
it's an interesting conundrum, though, isn't it? What happens if Gueye rocks up and then Konate says,
yeah, Ben, you've been talking about ifs and buts all season. You've been talking about ifs and buts all season. You've been talking about if Liverpool were a little bit lucky against Manchester City, the XG stuff. I saw your show last week, but we lost that game. There's no ifs and buts about Konate. We've seen a level of inconsistency in Konate's game this season. I don't think he's going to recapture that form. I don't think he will. That's why we're pursuing Mark Gehi, because we feel that right now, when Mark Gehi signs in January, he's going straight into that team. Straight into that team, regardless of where Konate is over the next 5-6 weeks now.
But one of those players does, if they both stay fit and they both in, Virgil starts. One of those players.
Too many ifs again. There's too many ifs in my opinion.
No, it's not.
I'm going off by this season about what I'm seeing. I'm seeing Gehi, an accomplished captain for Crystal Palace, playing out of his skin, playing very well for club and country, and I'm seeing Ibu Konate, who's just been dog shit.
No, but Palace are in a different place than us, though, aren't they? Palace are as a club and a team are playing really well.
Look at the mistakes Ibu's made this season, Ben.
I agree. I'm not disagreeing with you at all. I'm just saying that the reality is, if Gueye comes in and then starts, then Konate's then on the bench for the rest of the season. We're just basically writing him off.
Well, he's going to write himself off when he doesn't sign a contract, so he's out the door.
Yeah,
anyway.
And that's what makes me think that they'll say, right, we'll try and get the most out of Konate till the end of his contract, and we'll sign Gueye for free.
Oh, you think it's a summer deal? Okay, sorry, I read that wrong. Then you're saying it's a summer deal. You're saying it's a summer deal. Okay, no, I think Gehi. If we're sensible, Gehi. What I think is Gehi's a Liverpool player in January. So there's two arguments there. Okay, you said he's coming this summer.
Don't get me wrong. I'm 100% in the fact that I'd love us to sign him. I would love the options and the flexibility and the risk of injury. I'm just thinking about how the club operates. They don't normally just stock players for the sake of it when there's an option to be able to do something. The only time they've recently done that is when they brought forward the Diaz deal to January, and then we overcompensated where we had Mane and Diaz and Nunes, and we were out, but then he still had to get accommodated because they wanted to get Diaz in the team, and Mane wasn't playing well, so they moved Mane to a centre forward position, and it worked out great. But what I'm saying is, you can't do that at centre half. You can't just I suppose you could play him at full back. That's an option without a shadow of a doubt. And I would rather have the options. But I'm just thinking how the club would think.
It's a very just last thing before I say, it's a very dangerous territory, for our club. If we do not get a centre back in, if we do not get Gehi in January, we are in serious trouble, because I do not see Konate rustling up 15, 16 games on the trot where he's going to give us the consistency that we've seen in previous seasons. I'm sorry, I just can't have that trust in him anymore.
I think
with his contractual talks. Sorry, Asim.
I think Liverpool will sign 2 centre backs in the next 2 windows.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that.
Yeah.
2 centre backs.
That's not thinking.
So 1 in Jan and 1 in the summer.
I want one. The truth is, when I was saying to you that I didn't believe Arne Slot was going to turn it around and all that, because I genuinely believed at that time we weren't going to sign anyone in January. But if the guy manages to sort it out and he brings in the players in January, like Mark Gay and Semenyo, then maybe he's got a chance of turning it around. And I hope Liverpool do go in the market and do bring in 2 players. But Avi, I think that's enough of Gay. Semenyo, 65.
Sorry, yeah, that was my fault.
No.
65 million January deal. Yes or no?
We talked about yesterday. We need a carrier who can take us up the field very quickly. Diaz was that guy for us, and we saw, with the performances that Diaz used to put in. We haven't got that in our team. Salah's not that dribbler. Gakpo hasn't got it in him to take us forward like that. Semenyo is, and not only that, that's not the only trait that he brings. He brings height, he brings physicality, he's got natural pace, pace in abundance. He's putting up the numbers for Bournemouth. He's a scary thought. He's a scary thought at 25 years old, Gene. He's at that cusp of what we love looking at, that 24, 25, and then goes up like that. His trajectory just suddenly just blasts off at a club like Liverpool. Semenyo for 65, don't care what we pay. I've liked what I've seen, especially when Asim was telling us over the summer, just keep an eye on. So I've watched him a little bit more and more on YouTube, albeit. But yeah, get him in for 65 million. If the release clause exists,
Well,
you don't wait till the summer. You get it done in January.
Asim?
I agree. Everything that Avi said. Ornstein confirmed it, which is 65 million pounds. I think it reduces even further in the summer.
Yeah.
To 50 in the summer.
Does it? Okay. But I think there'll be a lot more competition in the summer. Teams will have a lot more things to maneuver, players going out, a bit of cash coming in. Arsenal, our fans.
Apparently, he favours, from what our boy Grizzly tweeted earlier on, he favours Arsenal because he's an Arsenal fan. So there's that conundrum as well to deal with.
Yeah, I guess I know why he's saying that, but we've got the advantage of having a really good relationship with Bournemouth and the connections that we have, Richard Hughes. So, which one do you deal with? We already done good business with them for Milos Kerkez, and I'm sure we told them when we took that lad away from him, and we'll be back very, very soon. If you're gonna believe the reports, Liverpool have eyeing him up, and I got given the name a long time ago, even before last summer, that Liverpool are looking at him, because Liverpool they've always wanted Isak. I think what's changed the situation is, as we've mentioned many times, the tragic passing away of Jota, and Liverpool had to react. Have to go get a number 9. Unfortunately, if that didn't happen, I think Liverpool would have gone the direct replacement for Luis Diaz. But in terms of profile, look, I'm not going to lie, I've been watching him more and more over the last 6 months. I want to see him against the low block. What I mentioned yesterday, that Bournemouth high turnovers, transition play, and what you just said, Avi, powerful. He's a proper athlete, and when you watch him, he can feel contact. So when teams are pressing you really aggressive, you can launch the ball at him. And a lot of comparisons have been made to a Mane type. Can he turn the explosiveness, explosive player from what we saw Mane coming from Southampton to Liverpool? But what Mane had is you can launch a ball at him from 70 yards. And even he's not as big and strong as Semenyo, he could literally chest the ball. It was like a mini Drogba if he really wanted to be. And even from central positions, that Van Dijk ping at Bayern Munich, even though he didn't chest it down, but he plucked it out for what a control and turn. And that goal at the Allianz Arena against Bayern Munich just was one goal that we saw. But I think what Liverpool have looked at the situation, and I keep repeating it, that the situation that we were told about Rio and the lack of depth, or the depth that we have in that left wing with Wirtz's option. Some people mentioned Dominic Szoboszlai. I think they were clutching at straws, especially in a 4-3-3 formation. I think Liverpool have looked at the situation where we've lost Jota, we've lost Nunes, we've lost Trent, we've lost Diaz. All these players were really vertical, and they were transition monsters whether they could carry a ball, whether they could win in a high turnover, or transition monsters with Nunes and run into the channels and be a supporting act, or if a Trent can play a pass and instigate the counter attack. And that's what exactly Semenyo is. He's an instigator of a transition. He's an instigator of a counter attack. And Liverpool, what did all these players that they've missed and lost? I think they've looked at the squad. One, the pace and power, and two, we need a turbo in transition, and that's what Semenyo is, a turbo in transition.
Yeah.
Tit. He's a tit, basically.
Dear me.
You're a basket. But I will
The
take over.
interesting one for me with Semenyo, and again, I'm being Mr. Devil's advocate tonight, is why didn't we get him in the summer?
Good
Who,
question.
Semenyo?
Yeah.
Ben, because Bournemouth lost a lot of players, right? They lost a lot of players. They refused to let Semenyo go from the start. They said, "You're staying." We're gonna. They knew they're losing.
Hoyson Kirkes was a big
And
blow
they
to
knew
them.
they were losing Zabarni, yeah. So they were already losing 3 centre backs. They just refused to let him go. They said, "Look, that's why there's a release clause on his contract." He signed a new contract and said, "Okay, there's an agreement in place," and they allowed it.
And Ben, it could have been like the underlying numbers as well. The data, obviously, we're very data driven. It could have been that let's see how he starts this season, the first 6 months,
Yeah.
and see if he
See where
can,
he's at.
if he goes to another level. Yeah, because they probably looked at his
Yeah.
age trajectory and they probably thought going off from the, maybe even from his Bristol City days, like his numbers should be getting better and better, and they've got considerably better in the first 6 months. And look, the game against us, if that was ever an audition, those last 20 minutes at Anfield, he showcased why big.
I think the only way he goes to Arsenal is if they offload Martinelli as well, which is not an easy task because
That's not happening.
he's
Not in January.
Exactly.
Then.
No, so
It's
maybe
not
this is an
yeah.
opportunity for us to be able to capitalize on it and grab him while we can. And the other really interesting thing about Semenyo is that obviously he's going to come in and everyone's saying left wing, but then he can quite obviously do a job on the right as well while Salah's at AFCON potentially. But then even next summer, if there's another left winger, I don't know, a Barcola or dare I say Rodrigo is actually on the market, then Semenyo could be a long-term replacement for Salah and play on the right.
I actually think Semenyo, if Salah's going to AFCON, I can only see Semenyo at right wing. I've not seen him at left wing, boys.
I agree with that.
I know we're talking about Kirkes, Semenyo, and this and that, the partnership that they may have formed last season. But I'm going off by a sample size last season. I'm seeing more and more of them this season. I think when Salah goes to the AFCON, and albeit if Semenyo comes in, that he's starting on that right, Isak in the middle, and then on the left, you either go with Florian Wirtz, which I think will be the option for now. You go with Wirtz, which I think brings a lot of balance because Semenyo is going to be the wild card, the pace, the directness, the physicality, and then you got the intricacy of a Florian Wirtz off the left, and then you're just hoping that Isak gets service. That's important, and that he can really bed himself in this Liverpool team.
Look, Semenyo, he played right wing against us. He was primarily on the right wing. He caused Kirkes so many problems in that first game, especially with the long ball. Asim was speaking about can Semenyo hold up the ball.
Kirkes had come off.
No,
Kirkes had come off when Semenyo was showing his stuff. He had come off by then. Robertson came in the first game. He started the game, but then he had come off by the time Semenyo had scored both goals.
Oh, yeah, I'm talking about the game. I'm not talking about when he scored the flipping goals. I'm talking about the actual game.
I thought Kirkes was fine the first 50, 60 minutes.
Smith, this guy is absolutely the pire at the market.
Kirkes played well in the first 55 minutes, Yara. He played well.
Kirkes in the first game, Semenyo was winning every single ball. But I went to that game, Avi. He won every single ball against him.
Wasn't that great? Oh, yeah, of course he's going to win balls against him, but he didn't.
Yeah, but we're talking about hold-up play. Asim's talking about hold-up play, being able to hold up the ball. The guy possesses that quality. That's what I'm trying to say. He actually possesses that quality, and he played on the right. You were mentioning right. I was actually about to back your point up, but obviously you tried to be clever as always. Yeah. Anyway,
and one thing
I really like Semenyo, man. I think 65 million is fair price. Somebody mentioned in the comment it's actually a fair price. They're not asking for 80 million. 65 million is a fair price for a player of Semenyo.
It does open up another conversation, though, what you mentioned about Wirtz, in the fact that we've already seen that Wirtz is struggling to play in the 3 at the moment. So if we're going with Semenyo, who's another winger, left or right, and then assuming you're not selling Salah in the summer, then they are going to stick to a front 3, in which case, long term, that means that Wirtz has either got to adjust to the 3 or he's got to find another position. But for those of us thinking that it's going to be a 2 up top potentially, that goes out the window if you sign Semenyo.
But a player like Semenyo aids Florian Wirtz in a 10.
100%.
And Asim,
I hope
I'll
so.
let Asim take this over, and why? Because he'll probably explain it better than I will.
The reason why is because I think with Semenyo, because he's not Mohamed Salah, Arnie Slot would be, even though he's given him in many PowerPoint presentations that you're going to be the focal point of the attack, at the end of the day, when you've got him on the 10 and then you have the trade-off in the 4-2-4 with Salah, it's practically impossible because you have to have like a Fabinho type in midfield, which we don't. We do have hoovers. We have technical technicians who want to go forward and press forward, regardless of how much conservatism you want them from them players. But more importantly, you want your number 10 to cover and go across. Is because we play this 4-4-2 passive block, and we don't go man to man where we got the fullback to fullback. So someone has to come, whether it's the wide midfielder in the double pivot or the number 10, just like what we saw with Dominic Szoboszlai. And that's where I know he's got legs, he's got physicality in different ways, but that's what you don't want your number 10 that you paid 160 million pounds for to be the focal point and then do the hard yards, something like that on a week-to-week basis. But with Semenyo, because he's got legs, he's got a defensive nous and the appetite to go, I think Liverpool, especially in the Champions League nights away from home, they will happy to sit back, just like what we did with Real Madrid. And I think that's one of the reasons why Arsenal, over the last 3-4 years, and you saw that game against Arsenal v Bayern Munich, and one thing was clear, even though Arsenal could control the game, the Bayern Munich had counter-attacking transition quality where Arsenal don't have it. They've got too many technical players who like to go pass it sidewards and stuff like that. But to really win the Champions League and to be the best team in the world, if you don't have transition quality, especially in the modern game where it's all about winning duels and winning the physical battles, I think you're going to really struggle. So Liverpool will add physicality. They won't add output. And in replacing Salah with Semenyo, but it will give extra license to Florian Wirtz, and he's got movement around him, just like the 2 assists that we saw. Then you've got appetite. I know Salah's got an appetite to run him behind, but he just can't do it on a consistent basis because we've got too many players who want ball to feet. But the beauty about Semenyo is, although I don't think he's the best of connectors, he's because of his frame and his physicality, he can feel contact. And the best thing about when you see him put his studs on the ball, he can shield it. But he's got the unpredictability, whether he's on the left or the right, is because one thing that stands out is how two-footed Semenyo is. And whether he's running at you in transition, whether it's a settled attack, or whether he's holding the ball up, holding the defender, putting his studs on the ball, and in which way is he going to go, you don't know, because he's so comfortable on both feet. And the stats show that, and the eye test show that as well. And that is one of his biggest assets, because if you, like I said, if you're running out a defender, you can go on the outside. And how many of us have said that we lack a player who can go on the outside? But because you're so comfortable on both feet, is you have that nous to go on the inside, cutting in just like Gakpo does. And he's a high volume shooter as well. Liverpool nerds will like that. He likes to shoot. Obviously, the conversion rate is probably not there yet, but the underlying numbers there, the nerds will believe that they can scale that up, and then he can go on the outside as well. Like I said, look, he's not the perfect player, even though he's going to cost a lot of money. I'd like to see more of him, but he will say, look, Bournemouth just don't come up against low blocks. So how can I prove it? When we come up and we really get to see Semenyo against the big teams, he's playing high transition football where Liverpool have got the ball, Man City got the ball, Arsenal have got the ball. So they are going to play a counter-attacking team and style. So that's one of the reasons why he's shone so much. But look, I think the underlying numbers there, if I'm really honest, Semenyo coming in an ideal situation, I would sell Gakpo, buy a really elite left winger, Kvaratskhelia. Barcolo's got a really high.
Kvaratskhelia is not coming, is it? He's not coming, is he?
I think he's got a personal, not preference, a personal wish to experience the Premier League one day.
How old is Kvaratskhelia now? 26, 27, 27?
I don't know.
I think it's
PSG are going to want 100 million talks. We're not paying that for him.
It doesn't have to be him. But I think the versatility of Semenyo allows that.
He's 24.
It could be Semenyo. Is the man.
Still fucking young.
He's
I thought he was
25 in
about
Feb.
Oof.
Yeah, I think it could
Maybe
well
another
be
season
Semenyo
chance.
on the left, and then somebody else on the right. Hopefully, Elise.
Right, let me just go through the super chats because I don't think I've done any. We haven't done any.
Guys, can we please get like and subscribers, man? Fucking, we need 20k.
Let me do the super chats first.
Just like that.
Right, Mike versus Asim, roll it, Peg, bring it on. Asim, that was for you. I think Asim's discussed this. He's hopefully he'll do a show with him.
Me and Asim might do a might at the moment. Might is a big word. On Saturday, a phone in. So if Mike Das, wherever you are, Das Boss, wherever you are, Aija. Aija means come on. And
Is
I'll
this
protect
like
you.
is this like an AJ? What's his face?
Jake Paul, yeah.
Jake Paul.
Asim's AJ, and then we've got some rookie Mike.
I missed this party. What happened? Was he somebody just giving it and Asim just put him away?
Ben lost his cool, to be honest, at the press conference. He did lose his cool at the press conference. He called him a cunt.
Anyway, we move on.
Very bad language.
The next one, Banter is fine. LFC negotiations handled Gay good, to be honest. On last year of his contract, plus partners inform he wants to go. Pay below whatever valuation forwarded at the time. Bargain, drag it out. I don't care if deal is agreed at death.
Does that mean get it done?
Wow.
Yeah?
Kamara has 1 goal this season and he's getting criticized a lot.
The next one, I think we did the. Would you sell Konate in Jan to go get Gay? That's a good question, actually.
Ooh, it's a good question.
Real Madrid. Look, but we only know Madrid's interest. They're not going to come in for him for Jan. So, Total Clips, thank you so much for the super chat, but I just don't see us selling Konate now.
But would you do it though?
Would you sell it? Is that question is to you, not?
That's what the question is.
I would sell Konate for 10 million in Jan.
No, to get Gay.
To get Gay, yeah. If it meant getting Gay, yeah. But I think we're going to get Gay regardless.
Okay, that wasn't the question. Ben?
No.
Ben, you will help.
Ben, honestly, Ben, I don't know what's wrong, whether you're trolling us today or whether you want to play these. You want to be this YouTuber.
No. My
Konate's been awful. You've got 1 minute, man. You haven't let me speak at all today. You've been awful today.
My thing is, you get everyone's just getting this thing where Konate's just playing really bad and Gue's a much better footballer, and that is all true. But you're also losing a lot of facets of what Konate offers you that you're not getting from Gueye, namely being able to head a ball. That helps.
Konate aerially is the worst header of the ball in football in the Premier
League. Not in duels.
Asim aerially, he's not a directional. He's not a directional header of the ball. That means when he's headering the ball, he heads it into no man's land. He doesn't header it back to his teammates. He's actually bad.
Yeah, no, I agree on that. Yeah,
he's actually bad aerially. He's got the height, physicality, 100%. He will win most headers, but
he can clear a header.
Directional headering is he's absolutely bad. He's actually really bad at it.
No, because you've just seen Van Dijk next to him, and his heading is like a pass.
Yeah, Van Dijk passes the ball with his head.
Dan Burns great at it.
Saliba,
directional headering. Asim, it's an actual.
Saliba doesn't win it. Saliba doesn't win an aerial duel to do it.
I mean, Saliba lies.
If you talk about Saliba, the footballer, then it's a different thing.
Konate's got a leap, but when it comes to actually clearing the ball out, he's awful.
No, he's not the best in terms of direction. I can understand. That's a fair point. But don't mention Saliba and shit. That's flipping stupid, isn't it?
Dan Burn.
Yeah, Dan Burns flipping. Come on.
Christian Romero.
Just go get bloody Peter Crouch and play him centre back then.
Oh yeah, he's retired now, isn't he?
He's a good footballer, actually.
So Ben, you wouldn't do that deal.
Austin, would you do it?
Ben wouldn't do that deal.
Would I sell Konate and bring Gehi?
Oh, of course he's not. Muslim Brotherhood and all this. He's not going to sell his Ibrahim. Of course he's not. You got to ask. Look at who you're asking the question as well, Gene.
Why not? It's a good question. Because we've been wasking. Listen, we've been. No, 1 second. We've been waxing lyrical.
Waxing lyrical.
Oh, you know, Asim Muzzi is gonna drill me now. Anyway, yeah.
No, what you meant is Waxy's in backstage.
Yeah, Waxy. Yeah. Anyway, Waxy. That's what I meant. Yeah.
Legends.
Because about Gay ball playing centre back who's been playing well, that's what we need. And then Konate has been shit. It doesn't make any sense for these guys to say no. Eh?
Would I sell Konate?
As if he's on fucking Who Wants to Be a Millionaire in front of Chris Tarrant. You're asking him that kind of question. Yeah, but no, nothing.
Because you make me laugh. No, I wouldn't.
I told you. You
No.
wouldn't.
I definitely would bring him in addition, but I wouldn't bring him in as an alternative because we're saying, oh, he'll come in and he can fill a gap at right back or left back, which is brilliant. But if you places Konate, he's got to play centre half.
Yeah.
Ben, may
I think
ask
it's stupid. We need to add Gehi
need
to
to
the
add.
squad.
Can I
Ben,
ask-
in the
can
summer,
I
you
ask
were
Ben a question?
Gay was going to come in and take Konate's place.
Yeah, no, I yeah, I just thought a lot about it.
What?
Yeah,
yeah.
I just
What shit, man?
No, but I mean,
Yeah.
and Konate's been worse.
Yeah,
And
no,
then-
I agree. I'm done with Konate, mate. I am done with Konate without a doubt. But I just don't think Guay is the replacement. I think we can do better.
Could he have got him? Ben, he got you there. He snookered you there. A little Ronnie O'Sullivan. That's what he's done.
No,
for
that's
you.
fair
look,
enough.
look,
That's fair
look, I'll
enough.
be
I'm
honest
just
with you,
looking at the bigger picture.
No, I'm
There's more Mark Selber.
no, look, if I'm honest
Ben,
with you,
Ben, can I ask you a question? Do you think Konate goes?
Full stop. Like in the summer.
Yeah.
I don't know. I genuinely don't know. I don't know.
What's your
'Cause that's
gut
the other
feeling,
thing.
man? What's your gut feeling?
I thought he was going 100%, but I don't know whether he might sign now. But I think he's got to go. He would have signed by now, surely. What's he waiting for? We're not going to offer him more money, so I think it's just all games and he's off. I think it's more likely that he's waiting to find out which club he's going to, rather than like he's saying. People are reading into it and thinking, "Oh, he's waiting to announce his new deal with us." I reckon it's more likely he's waiting to announce where he's going because I don't know if Madrid definitely want.
I tell you what would be a full circle. I tell you what would be a full circle before you go, Asim. If Upamecano goes to Madrid and Bayern come in for Ibu.
Who do we get?
No, we have to shop around, isn't it? That's what we do, Ben. We got to shop around.
Yeah.
I think Liverpool will have a look at Bastoni.
Yeah.
Look, we definitely need someone.
Harvey?
I tweeted in the summer.
What did you tweet?
Next summer, don't be surprised if we see Gehi and Bastoni coming at this club. We need someone who's going to have the aura, who's got the captain ability from day one to lift off. Losing Virgil van Dijk, we're not going to lose Virgil van Dijk next summer, but we're going to have to definitely slow down his playing time that next season. And I know we're far away from there, but he's going to be 36. We need someone, not like a Luke Caba, not like a Mickey Van der Ven. We need a aura defender. Bastoni has it. He has it. He's been Inter's mainstay. My only problem is, I think Bastoni would jump at the chance of joining Liverpool. I think there are other factors that will make him stay in Italy, being it his family.
I think there's a few other targets that might be on the radar as well, to be honest.
And Bastoni was looked at since Jurgen as well. He's been looked at since Jurgen days. So
I think they might look at Van Hecker as well from Brighton. That's the other one I think.
Is he not slow for you though, Ben?
He is a bit slow, yeah, but he's a great footballer. Yeah, and he's seen that he can do it in a similar system to us. I think he would be a really interesting one. I like Mickey Longlegs as well, to be honest, but he can't stay fit. But he's left-sided as well. So yeah, it's a difficult position to fill because
man.
I get it right.
But what's that Nikai? He's still a bacha. Is that 22, 23?
Yeah, but
I get what you mean. But we're going to look. We're not just going to look at the playing ability. You're looking at someone who's got to fill those shoes of Van Dijk. It's not easy. It is not easy.
It's not easy, no. It's not easy.
Charlie Ashimar. I think
it'd be interesting to see. Is there anything else, Asim? Is there anything else we missed out you wanted to cover, or Ben, or Avi? The floor's yours, man.
I want to ask Ben in 12 months' time, at the end of next summer, what's Liverpool's back four looking like?
What exactly who it is?
Yeah, at the end of next summer. or this summer?
At the end of next summer. That's a good question.
Ali and go.
At the start of next season, it is the back four is. It's as best as I can guess. I would say it's Kerkez, Van Dijk, a new right-sided centre back, and Frimpong.
So only one change. Okay. I think I said something similar actually.
Do you know who I like? Small sample size in the Premier League.
It's a right back.
Centre back.
Centre back.
Small sample size. Probably tell us to fuck off because of the circumstances in the summer. Malik Thiaw from Newcastle.
Newcastle, yeah. Yeah, looks
like
good, doesn't he?
He's bedded in well.
Good footballer, strong, quick, good on the ball, can carry it, can pass it.
Yeah.
I think they've got a good player there. You know?
That Ordonez, I think Dean Regan has mentioned that Ordonez is getting a lot of talk, Asim. Colombian or what is it, South American?
Yeah, we were looking at him, but there's about 8-9 clubs were looking at him last summer. Ash told me about him. Big up Ash. But yeah, I'm not seeing him.
The other one I really like, he does have injury issues as well, and he's playing really well this season. I don't know how old he is, but how old's Konate at Villa?
27, 28.
Yeah, so maybe he's on a little bit too older side, but yeah, he's a really good, really good player as well. I think whether he can make the step up, I don't know, but you could say that about lots of players in the league.
You know who's been very good for Villa in a 3? Pau Torres. I like Pau Torres. The only thing that drags Pau Torres is pace again, but he's been brilliant, ever present. He was brilliant at Villarreal. He can bring out the ball. He's a footballer.
It's really hard to find someone with all of the facets, isn't it?
Jim, put MUF question.
Before, because you're talking about centre
backs. He's asked this about 20 times. Okay, we'll come to
yeah, Ben White is right about. Would you for him? No. Fuck Arsenal.
Ben White. Nah.
And where's this? I think there you go.
Do you think we made a mistake in selling Kwanzaa? Is he better on the ball?
He is better on the ball.
Yeah, he's better on the ball. But if I'm honest, I question his mentality. Even though obviously he's got. I was just about to finish. He's got youth on his side. But yeah, I did question his mentality, his body language, demeanor on the pitch when he made a mistake. I think Liverpool thought, you know what, he needs to be get developed, go abroad and develop as a player and as a man. And then Liverpool do recognize his quality. And if we didn't, we wouldn't have put a buyback clause.
Buyback clause in. Yeah,
so Liverpool do recognize it. He could turn into a really established player, but has he got the quality to come back? I'm gonna stick my neck out and say no.
Depends on Leone as well. Everyone's forgetting how much they've invested in Leone and how unbelievable big prospect he is as well. It's going to take him probably 18 months to get anywhere near his level again, but they don't want to block him either. He could be really exciting prospect.
I think Leone is going to be special. So that's a good call from Gina. Very good call. I think Leone will be special. And it's good thing that, not good, it's never a good thing to get an ACL, but he's got it at an age where the muscles, the leg, it recovers quickly. Although his rehab will still be the same as a normal player who has an ACL at 25, 26. It's happened early for him.
So what are we saying then as a group? Sorry, Sheen, go on.
No, I was going to move on to something else before we go, but what were you going to say?
I was just going to say, just in summary then on this conversation, you're only allowed Semenyo or Gueye in January, who you're having. And it's not a replacement, it's an addition.
Gueye.
Semenyo for me.
Gueye.
Still Semenyo for me.
Semenyo for me.
Yeah.
Two Semenyo.
I just think he's going to bring. We need something up top because we're absolutely toothless, and I think he's in a McFlorian Wirtz take. That's my key right now.
Are we not toothless because of the build-up?
At least we're toothless with everything, Avi, right now. That's the simple truth. Midfield shit, forwards shit, defense shit. At least this guy will sort 2 problems out.
We're leaking goal as champions. We're leaking goals at an alarming rate. Salah, Wirtz, Isak, Gakpo haven't got going. We know what they're capable of, but we're leaking goals at an alarming rate. Think about it before you lot say Semenyo.
Semenyo.
Gehi.
Asim, fucking wait the
Semenyo.
answer, man.
I didn't think you were
Hey.
asking me. Gehi.
Okay, done. And before we go, who do you think we will sell in Jan?
Sell. Have we got anyone to sell?
Is there
Harvey
anyone
Elliott.
else?
Yeah, we got some fullbacks. Fucking Bradley, Kirkes, Frimpong. They're up for sale. They're fucking shit.
I'm telling you.
Nobody's going in January for me.
Nobody's going, man. Nobody's going. We're counting Harvey Elliott's game appearances to try to get that money.
I have a feeling.
Maybe they let Chiesa go if we bring in.
I
Semenyo.
have a feeling.
Oh, feeling wiggy.
I have a feeling that Federico Chiesa is going back to Italy in January.
You know,
On an initial loan deal.
You know what will happen, and this will piss me off more than anything. And guess me, I'll go flippers. If Federico Chiesa goes to fucking back to Italy, and is brilliant for 4 months and goes into that.
The Italian league is different to the Premier League. Gene, don't be stupid. Don't be silly. The pace and the intensity.
I'll be chuffed to bits for him, no, by the way.
Is unmatched, Yara. What are you talking about?
Well, Avi, do you even know what we're talking? You don't even know what we're talking about.
No, you're talking about Chiesa smashing it for Italy, like on a loan spell in Italy.
No, going, yeah,
Look at that league.
Because I know the guy's actually for months. He's actually fit and fighting right now. He could have been doing that for us if it wasn't for a manager that doesn't like picking him.
Kuch nahi karna for Liverpool. Even if he's fully fit, he's not.
Kuch nahi karna. 5 saal been sat in a hospital, yeah? This guy wants him to play DM at Liverpool. Saw your head out. Anyway. That's the show, man.
Any supers?
I think we're done.
No,
we're done.
We're done.
Right, guys. Asim, close the show. Make sure you like and subscribe, everybody. We're on our way to 20k. So
why
make sure you. Because you talk shit, bro. So some of the half of the time on here today.
Hey, you're talking about Chiesa if he goes to Italy and smash it. Does he not realize how slow a league Italy is?
No, my issue was, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, he could have played well for us.
What do you mean?
But he wasn't given a chance. He wasn't given a chance.
He can't give us 90 minutes. Because
you can say what you want. The guy's not had a fair crack at it.
He hasn't got the intensity to
So he hasn't played with intensity when he's come on this season.
Come on, he's had 15 minutes, and that's all he's capable of. He's capable of only 15-20 minute cameos. He cannot start a game.
That's more than half of our team that have been playing 90 minutes who can't put 50 minutes and flipping running.
Defo deserves more minutes.
There you go, man. 100% deserves minutes.
For who?
I don't care who is back for.
Any of them?
Take them off. None of our team can press.
He played against Palace in the cup, didn't he? And that was near enough their best team. And he was still running at the end.
Yeah, he was he's been every time.
Ben, with all due respect, I expect him to run.
Yeah, no, but I expect Gakpo to run as well, and I'd like to see him give him a chance ahead of him at the moment because he's done nothing for me in the last few weeks that warrants him starting week in, week out. So I'd definitely be giving him more opportunities. I get you that he clearly, I don't think he's got the sort of ability to go 90 minutes back to back, but he's definitely been underused, and that's just purely down to preference from the manager, in my opinion. But hey ho. At the end of the day, we got to a whole show without any slot out chat, so I'm happy.
Yeah.
Let him close it, man.
Hogia, done.
Done.
Avi, any bombers for the people?
I've given plenty.
Huh?
I've given plenty. Just to confirm, while he was saying Bajicic is in full training now. So
okay, good luck to you.
Of course,
good luck to you.
Okay, people. That was it. What is it tomorrow? Tuesday tomorrow. Are we back tomorrow? Wednesday? Any plans, people?
Wednesday.
Shooting out on Friday for me.
Big build-ups in Forest. Maybe later on the week.
Chip and Chin are back on Friday with the regulars. And then Saturday, I believe you're doing a what now, boys?
Yeah.
On a private 3 p.m. stream, huh? Yeah.
No comment.
Well, listen, I know what we can do. FaceTime me.
The
We can
stream is
stream.
sponsored by
we can stream,
NordVPN on Saturday.
You can stream. You can stream via my
We've got
TV.
a sponsor. We've got a sponsor. Okay, people, let's call it. We will do a call-in show. We will do a call-in show this week.
It's good to see China back, though. It's good to see China back from Pakistan. From Iraq.
Absolutely.
Yaad rakh.
Rhyme it with that other thing. Don't.
No, Gary.
Okay, people, have a good one. Good night. Take care.
Good night, people. Take
Bye.